A Navy experiment sends a sailor into the future. Now he must choose to stay with the woman he loves or return to his own time. Michael Paré stars in The Philadelphia Experiment. Next.
And now, a special presentation of the Festival Free Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello there, and welcome. This is Festival. It's a special free preview of an exciting brand new programming service that's available from your cable system. Welcome. I hope you've had the opportunity to sample some of the great programming that's coming your way. Festival has a different look to it if you've seen premium programming services before, because we carefully select the programming that you're going to see in the schedule each and every month. Festival's got that quality without the sex and violence involved. And Festival, you can trust the programming each and every month that's coming into your home. You know, it's based on what we have listened to over the years. You, the viewer, continue to ask for more true stories, for more Hollywood classic movies. And based on that, we put together an exciting schedule. Each and every month, as a subscriber to Festival, you'll get this program guide. The more you use the guide, the more value you're going to receive each and every month from this exciting new service. Like the service, 1-800-982-0200, or you can call the local number that's on your screen and learn about the discounted installation offer. Give you a better idea of the fun and excitement that Festival offers you. Take a look at what's coming up your way this month on Festival. Watch.
Take a look at the great entertainment you'll welcome home in October on Festival. Attorney Glenn Close must choose between her heart and her integrity when she defends Jeff Bridges in The Jagged Edge. Then, Daniel J. Travanti stars as one of America's most beloved newsmen, Edward R. Murrow.
Good night.
And you classic movie lovers won't want to miss the legendary James Dean.
I gotta know who I am.
In East of Eden, the film that catapulted him to stardom. October also brings a special look at the fabulous 40s, the big bands, Pearl Harbor, Life on the Home Front, and 4 great films with stars like Burt Lancaster and Montgomery Clift in From Here to Eternity. And if you love a good murder mystery, Emmy Award winner Powers Booth is back with 4 more suspenseful episodes as
Marlowe, Philip Marlowe.
You're never alone when you come home to great entertainment. You just can't lose when you're choosing Festival.
Come on!
Join us in October for all this great entertainment and more on
Festival.
That's Festival. It's just a sample of the fun and excitement that you're going to see each and every month with this exciting new service. If you're looking for quality entertainment that the whole family can enjoy together, you want to give us a call right now. You know, it's the entertainment that the way they used to make it, and they still do, the quality entertainment that you said you've been looking for. Give us a call now, 1-800-982-0200, and let's go and enjoy more great entertainment from Festival.
Hello, I'm Clark Bittner. In October, we're going to have some real standouts in our Festival features, and I'll be back in just a minute to tell you more about them. But first, here's something short but sweet from our Festival collection.
Number 50 of the Snappers, and Lizzie, number 74, the Timberwolves. Penalty of 5 minutes each for fighting.
Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
What a cheap shot. You deserved it. Every time you start a fight with somebody, you say they deserved it.
Well, they do.
No, well, I didn't do anything.
You smashed me right into the board!
There were 6 of us.
Well, I got there first.
Yeah? Well, I never got there. Your stick stopped me.
That was an accident.
Yeah? You sure have a lot of accidents lately.
I don't get it. You didn't act like this when we were on the same team.
And don't forget All-Star Heavyweight Wrestling this Friday at 9 p.m. Tickets are available.
How much time?
About 3:50. How do I look?
Okay. What about me?
Not bad.
You know, it wasn't me that started it.
No? Geez, maybe my vision's a little blurred, but I'd always assumed that was your fist there at the end of your arm.
Yeah, but I didn't start it.
You're right. It was that Valenberg.
Valenberg. Gorilla that skates.
Creep.
Real crowd pleaser.
Crowd pleaser is right. Did you see their faces when we all hit the plexiglass?
How could I miss?
They loved it. Like watching dinner being served.
You said it. You know who really loves it? The refs.
Yeah. How long was it before they broke us up?
Forgot how to whistle.
Jerks. Wait till they have a fight sometime.
Yeah. Then they'll see you standing around watching. Yeah. I think they love it the most.
But not more than the guy who signs my checks. He calls it roughhousing.
Yeah. They paid for us to look like this.
I want to see some roughhousing out there tonight. Don't be afraid to play hard, and don't let them intimidate you.
Yeah, I'd like to see them out there roughing it up in their gray flannel suits.
You're right.
Slashing each other with their cross pens.
Right, that's right.
It's only a minute.
Jeez, that was quick.
I'm sorry I hit you in the face with my stick.
That's all right. I'm sorry I tripped you.
You tripped me?
2 games ago.
Oh. Don't worry about it.
I'm not looking forward to going back out there.
Maybe we should have mixed it up a little bit more. Might have gotten a longer penalty.
Yeah, we're sure a lot safer in here.
Injury on the play, number 54, Valenberg. That is Boucheron, number 50, and Lezay, number 74. Penalties of 10 minutes each, game misconduct, and 5 minutes each for fighting. Dr. Chessman, please call your service.
In October, 2 of our adventure features are disaster movies. Now, this refers to what happens in the movies, not to the films themselves. They're star-filled extravaganzas that are very popular at the box office. For example, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure stars Michael Caine, Sally Field, Telly Savalas, Carl Malden, and many more. They're all trying to escape from a ship trapped on the ocean floor. Half the fun of these films has to be trying to guess who'll still be around at the end. Avalanche, as you might guess, takes place at a ski resort and it stars Rock Hudson and Mia Farrow. Now, our third movie, Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, seems like a good old straightforward action film. But look again. There's a lot of fun and surprises like cabaret star Joel Grey. I'll just tell you that he's in this scene somewhere.
Hold it! I don't want to kill you, but I will if I have to.
While our adventures were action-packed, our drama segment is just plain packed. So I'm going to just get right down to it. Steel stars Lee Majors and Art Carney as builders in a race against time and corrupt bankers. Gloria is about a different kind of steel when a woman's strength is tested to its limit. Then we have two fine films, both set in the school system. Teachers stars Nick Nolte and Judd Hirsch in a strong lesson about the state of our public schools. To Sir with Love is a classic. Its stars are Sidney Poitier and a wonderful theme song.
If you wanted the world, I'd surround it with a wall. I'd scrawl these words with letters 10 feet tall. To Sir with Love.
Our mysteries feature another great selection of Philip Marlowe stories from Raymond Chandler. Now, Chandler was a master at writing in American dialects. The funny part is, he was educated almost entirely in England, graduating at the top of his class. If his family had allowed him to go on to a university, we might have had a classic scholar instead of one of the great mystery writers of all time. Here's a scene from Philip Marlowe, Private Eye.
I walked into Benny's Sear-Nosed Gym, and the stink of lard and gristle was like a right hook to the jaw. The main attraction was strutting his stuff. Good-looking boy, as he'd be the first to tell you. The place was lousy with future champs, if wanting hard enough could make it happen. Just like any gym in town. Then I saw the girl, and she made a difference. She just stood there, cool as silk, while the mugs around her beat each other's brains out.
Our special feature in October is a different kind of suspense. The Cold War was a phrase coined back in the late 40s as the East and West drew new battle lines in Czechoslovakia and Berlin. 20 years later, the Bedford Incident and another powerful film, Failsafe, described the growing terror of this Cold War. I think you'll find both of them are just as timely today.
It's the premier, sir.
Mr. Chairman, this is the President of the United States. Do you hear me clearly?
Fine, Mr. President. How are you?
Mr. Chairman, I'm calling you on a matter of great urgency. I hope it turns out to be a small matter, but it's the first time it's happened, and if it's misunderstood, it could be...
Does it have to do with the aircraft we had detected flying towards Russia?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Another special feature in October is the story of a whole decade. The 40s were a time in which our nation went to war in a way that could probably never happen again. Our Yesteryear series looks at just one of those years, 1942. With the nation at war, Hollywood went to work with a vengeance. Top stars were entertaining the troops and joining the troops with a style only Hollywood could deliver. But more than anything else, they made movies, well over 300 in just 4 years, and many of those movies were classics. From Here to Eternity is a classic film about the war years. It stars Frank Sinatra, Burt Lancaster, Deborah Carr, and Montgomery Clift. It's one of those movies you don't want to miss. Another don't miss movie is probably not so well known. Covergirl stars Rita Hayworth and Gene Kelly. Now, most of our GIs would have agreed that Rita Hayworth had a special effect that was all her own. But for some real film wizardry, Watch Gene Kelly's duet.
Stop!
I think it's safe to say this is one time when he and his partner were perfectly matched. Stay with us now, because our movie is coming up next.
The following movie has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America.
The underworld is after an innocent boy and the dangerous book he possesses. Only a mob mistress will risk her life to save him. Jenna Rowland stars as Gloria. Next.
Now, a special presentation of the Festival Free Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello there, and welcome. This is Festival. It's a special free preview of an exciting brand new programming service that's available from your cable system. Welcome. I hope you've had the opportunity to sample some of the great programming that's coming your way. Festival has a different look to it if you've seen premium programming services before, because we carefully select the programming that you're going to see in the schedule each and every month. Festival's got that quality without the sex and violence involved. And Festival, you can trust the programming each and every month that's coming into your home. You know, it's based on what we have listened to over the years. You, the viewer, continue to ask for more true stories, for more Hollywood classic movies. And based on that, we put together an exciting schedule. Each and every month, as a subscriber to Festival, you'll get this program guide. The more you use the guide, the more value you're going to receive each and every month from this exciting new service. If you'd like the service, 1-800-982-0200, or you can call the local number that's on your screen and learn about the discounted installation offer. Give you a better idea of the fun and excitement that Festival offers you. Take a look at what's coming up your way this month on Festival. Watch.
Take a look at the great entertainment you'll welcome home in October on Festival. Attorney Glenn Close must choose between her heart and her integrity when she defends Jeff Bridges in The Jagged Edge. Then, Daniel J. Travanti stars as one of America's most beloved newsmen, Edward R. Murrow.
Good night.
And you classic movie lovers won't want to miss the legendary James Dean.
I gotta know who I am.
In East of Eden, the film that catapulted him to stardom. October also brings a special look at the fabulous 40s, the big bands, Pearl Harbor, Life on the Home Front, and 4 great films with stars like Burt Lancaster and Montgomery Clift in From Here to Eternity. And if you love a good murder mystery, Emmy Award winner Powers Booth is back with 4 more suspenseful episodes as
Marlowe, Philip Marlowe.
You're never alone when you come home. It's a great entertainment. You just can't lose when you're choosing Festival.
Come on! Join us in October for all this great entertainment and more on
Festival.
That's Festival. It's just a sample of the fun and excitement that you're going to see each and every month with this exciting new service. If you're looking for quality entertainment that the whole family can enjoy together, you want to give us a call right now. You know, it's the entertainment that the way they used to make it, and they still do, the quality entertainment that you said you've been looking for. Give us a call now, 1-800-982-0200, and let's go and enjoy more great entertainment from Festival.
He runs with the rich and the not so rich, some of the best people and the worst.
Who are you? A blackmailer, kidnapper, what?
Try Private Eye.
Your name?
Marlowe, Philip Marlowe.
Philip Marlowe was the brainchild of this man, Raymond Chandler, who first wrote him into the books and magazines of the 1930s. Since then, Chandler's hard-boiled hero has been well represented on the big screen by actors as different as Elliot Gould and Humphrey Bogart. Chandler admitted that Bogart could be tough without a gun, but his choice was actually Cary Grant. Unfortunately, Grant was never cast in the role. Emmy Award-winning actor Powers Booth is the latest to reopen the case of Philip Marlowe. He talks about how he approached the role.
I listened to a lot of swing music, a lot of 30s music, watched a lot of films from that era of the 30s, reread a couple of the books. I just mostly stuck my head into Chandler and let Marlowe come out of me.
You Marlowe?
No, P. Marlowe.
What?
Philip. P, not you.
Oh, comic Seamus, huh?
Nah, it's just the way I got talking to the people I have to talk to.
It was great fun to act because you'd be in a scene and some other performer would seemingly be carrying the action and having all these words to say, and Marlowe just sits there and looks at him and listens and has the undercutting statement that renders the other individual sort of useless.
I thought she was just a bodyguard, Phil, but you're a bright guy. You certainly had me fooled.
That wouldn't make me bright, Denny.
For Booth, almost as intriguing as stepping into Marlowe's gumshoes was stepping back into the highly stylized 1930s.
Where did that dream go?
The music of the era had a lot to do with this man and the perception of that era. With all the Art Deco and the cars, the style of the cars, the style of the clothes. I mean, the women looked much sexier than they do today, with the padded shoulders and very sleek waistlines. They were great cars. I mean, I drove a 36 Plymouth with 10,000 miles on it that I would love to personally own. This car ran like a dream and looked great. And Los Angeles in that time, of course, this was pre-Vegas, and so you had some rough gambling joints and really some underworld characters that were exciting, and they were all right here on the Strip. And when he talks about leaving so-and-so's gambling joint and rolling on down to the coast, is when you're driving that car and you're smoking them Camels and you're thinking of that music, it's really wonderful.
For festival viewers, it's a nostalgic trip back to another time. The action, the booze, the cars, the dames, and most of all,
Philip Marlowe. Hello, I'm Clark Bittner. There's going to be a lot to look forward to in October here on Festival. In just a minute, I'll be back to tell you about our festival features. But first, if you like the big band sound, I think you'll really enjoy this. Usually, if you think of one season for love, it would have to be spring, right? Well, this fall we're going to try to change your mind. In October, we have 4 very charming and very different romances. Love finds Nick Nolte and Deborah Winger on Cannery Row, which is based on the great John Steinbeck novel. Until September stars Karen Allen as an American tourist who falls in love in what has to be one of the most romantic cities in the world, Paris. Xanadu is an interesting musical fantasy which stars the great Gene Kelly. And finally, for romance with all the trimmings, take a look at Philippe de Broca's Louisiana.
So he told you about me?
So much I nearly got jealous. Clarence.
Better late than never.
You know very well I didn't come for the party.
Let me take you inside.
Why so pensive?
I was just thinking about what a marvelous day it's been.
The best harvest party Bagatelles ever had. Thanks to you, Virginia.
For what?
For being a perfect hostess. And quite simply, for being yourself.
And speaking of romance, the director got into the spirit of things so much that he married his star, Margot Kidder, right after making this film. And in October, our comedy features 3 very funny men. You probably recognize our Mickey and Maude star, Dudley Moore, from the movie 10, or perhaps Arthur. But who are Buddy Lynx and Willie Delight? The answer to both questions is George Burns. Believe it or not, George's early vaudeville acts were so bad he had to keep changing his name just to keep working. Now, of course, he's one of our most beloved stars, but George Burns isn't his real name either. It's Nathan Birnbaum. And in October, we've got him in Oh God, You Devil. Now, I told you we had 3 very funny men, and we do. Although I think you might have to see our 3rd comedy star to believe it's James Bond.
Let us help you out to your daddy.
Thank you. I can manage.
We always help daddy.
How many of you are there? Daughters, I mean.
11 in all.
11? My word. And how do the ages? Ages run. Who is how young is the youngest?
16.
And the eldest?
19.
You mean the only... Be careful, that's my loose kneecap.
Some of us are adopted daughters.
I see. Oh, steady.
For October, we've chosen 2 true stories of remarkable courage in the face of terrible hardship. Now, you may find some of the scenes a little difficult to watch, and some of the language, well, harsh. But if you stay with them, I think you'll find the heart of these stories is not these people's difficulties, but the strength they found to meet them. Mad, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, is the story of Candy Lightner. She was a reasonably ordinary woman until her own child was killed. Since that time, she has turned into a dynamo who won't stop until she's changed the way our whole country thinks about drinking and driving. Marriott Hartley stars in the film version, but if you look closely, you can see Candy herself in a small part as a reporter. Frances Farmer was never ordinary. Jessica Lange stars in this true story about the troubled actress, and Miss Lange's outstanding performance was nominated for an Oscar. Here's why.
I'm not doing what's expected of me. I'm not sitting here in awe while you carefully dissect my personality. Now you listen to me. All I want is a little rest.
I'll have someone show you to your room.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. Very professional, in control. But those tiny little beads of sweat on your upper lip give you away.
Our foreign feature has a couple of unusual stories. In the movie, 5 prisoners in Turkey are given a 1-week furlough from jail. But the really strange story was behind the scenes. The director was himself a political prisoner at the time he was making the movie. What he would do was give the directions to friends who would then pass the information on to the cast and crew. But that's just the beginning. Just as his crew was about to finish filming, the director himself was given one of these 1-week furloughs. He then escaped from Turkey and went on to collect the grand prize at the Cannes Film Festival. Now, as you're watching this film, you may find some of the scenes powerful and gripping. These scenes are not just thrown in for effect, though. They're a very real part of the story.
Step better! Step better!
In October, welcome home the best of today's quality movie hits with Festival Today. 30 years ago in war-torn Greece, a mother made the supreme effort.
Escape? Are you mad? With children?
And the supreme sacrifice.
You're charged with organizing the escape.
Now her son is searching for the truth.
She was tortured. We're going to have a trial. Who gave the order? You're going to confess your crimes.
All I did was to help my children escape.
John Malkovich, Kate Nelligan, the true story of Eleni. Then, a murder too horrible to believe.
You think I killed my wife? Prove it. You're never going to get him off.
If you didn't do it, I'll get him off.
You want people to say, you think he could have done that to his own wife?
She is his lawyer and his lover.
He's innocent, and you know it.
But is she the next victim?
He is not a psychopath. He is an Iceman.
Glenn Close, Jeff Bridges.
A guy like him, you never know.
Jagged Edge. And Glenn Close returns as a respectable married lady who has a problem.
I was possessed by Maxie Malone.
Now, possession is a very shadowy area.
Maxine Malone was in my body and you slept with her.
Honey, I told her to leave.
Glenn Close, Mandy Patinkin, and Ruth Gordon in Maxie.
See you later.
Then,
This is London.
he had the courage to bring the war home to America.
I issued a direct order, damn it. Now, why did you go up in that Lancaster?
That's where the war is, Bill.
And the integrity to become the conscience of a nation.
I want everybody to know that Edward R. Murrow is CBS News.
And he became a television legend.
This is going to be a tough one. After tonight, they're all going to be tough.
This is a business, for God's sake.
Is that all we are, Bill?
Daniel J. Travanti in the true story of Murrow. The great movies of Festival Today. Quality entertainment you'll welcome home all this month from Festival.
Now, I think you're really going to like what you see this month on Festival. But what's really important is what you think. So if you have a few minutes to spare, drop us a line and let us know what you did or didn't like. Just write Festival, 1100 Avenue of the Americas, room 10-16, New York, New York, 10036. Until then, hoping you have a happy and safe October, I'm Clark Bittner for Festival.